Daniel sucks dick. Hi. Somebody asked me when the next time I was going to do a gay poem was. Today. Today is the next time I was going to do a gay poem was. It's called Cave. My cavern. A tiny little indention on the side of this mere mansion. While once I was a slave, now hold tightly and fondly to my cave. This place, a hole in the ground with no more than me and mine inside, at one point grew a part of me, and then it sprang to life. Laughter echoed through these halls and banged against the cavern walls, and he who stayed above the cave won't hear these things at all. My fortress of solitude, well, very seldom did it do. Anytime a friend or foe would ask if they be to and fro, I never once could tell them no. A problem that still plagues me some, but if they ever ask, I always bid them come. I look upon this collapsing spot, and yes, it may be liked a lot, but if I stay or if I not, nothing really changes. I'll still see familiar faces, play these games we like to play, and do these things from day to day. Just now, in some new places. But still within my heart, I know I hate to have to go, because the man that does stand before once did not exist before. Therefore, I will not hold back. I owe a lot to my darkened spot. As this cave now will never change, because the lack of what will soon remain, I'll never be the same again, because my hole, my cavern, and my friend. Within these walls I've lost 4 loves, and only one could never be replaced, cause lovers come and lovers go. But I see that black and whitened face, and know that she's not my fated one. I know that she will never be, but does that mean that my love wanders? No, it's all I have to give, and give away to her I do. I do the best I can, and with a wave of a tattered hand, damaged, bloodied from my past, she sees right through the pain, and lets these bloody hands stain the purest white as I follow down her back. The other 3 will remain with me as I move forward, hopefully. This last expanse of time has showed me things won't always stay, and so my mind, with time, will do the same. This cavern will crumble down, and all the while my mental space will grow and bring me to new things, and a garage of memories will be left behind to sell on the front lawn of my smiling face as I look at a brighter day, and spread my arms out wide and say, take anything you want! $5, $10, $1 for that, while the stretched across my bouncing lap is the sweetly smiling black and white, and my legs move in excitement, while my mind frees up in space. But yet behind this cave I leave, the foundation's growing very weak, and may just fall with no remorse, and the ones above will start to sink, at least the one who's home. A wondrous one who brought her home as best as she could to the smothered cave, and moved the wreckage and broke down walls to make room for us to breathe. At once, I thought a horrible captor, trapping me here for several days. My Stockholm Syndrome kicks in. Now I love this little cave. And as I am a relic from an older time that she knew, she'll release her hands and let me loose. And as the relic rolls on down the road it goes, she turns back towards the empty hole and walks back up to the mansion, upholding her best stance as she glances at the cavern. And as the relic rolls farther, still a sense of fear instills within her head, and all the color starts to fade, or rather, the smudges are erased. You see, her canvas has been empty aside from leftover paints that sprinkled colors here and there, and never clear. But those colors mean the world to her. But she must understand that even though those colors ran, the black and white may still be bland. The painting that sits forth for her, though void of color, it is much more detailed and beautiful than she may understand. And for her, back above these walls, the woman who had given all will stress and do her best progression as can be done, and while the setting sun who cannot speak adds more wrinkles to her cheeks, if I know her well at all, she will not bend. She'll continue to try to mend, always trying to take steps forward. And even though missteps may happen, the fact you try is all that matters. So please just keep on stepping. Your relic can be seen, and all the others that you own, even though they're on the outside of your home, they'll shine for you. You'll see their light. So if this cave gets cold at night, remember that the relic stands. They all stand because of you. And as I take last looks around, I feel like now I must be brave. A strange man living in his hollowed hole takes step towards the outer space. Both feet out, a solid grin comes across his face. One look back, one look up. He takes his black and white and packs it in his truck. And as he leaves, he turns to see the entrance to the Hall of Stone. But he must go because he knows it's time to find a home. Right now, on my desktop, all of my icons are named Amazon Prime, because I activated an account, and I have it for a month. And so I needed little reminders to let me know to make sure I cancel that before too much time passes.